country I chose to blog about for HIWD was South Africa for the past 8 weeks. South Africa is on the southernmost tip of Africa. It's the richest and most industrialized country of Africa. There are plains, there are plateaus, also has a mountain range, the Drakensberg mountain range in the east, and there are the desert areas in the northwest, which is part of the Kalahari. The South African people consist of the Bantu-speaking indigenous people of South Africa, which is about 67%. There are about 19% of white minorities in South Africa, and there are about 3% of Asian descent in South Africa, and about 11% of mixed race people in South Africa. The main industry in South Africa is the diamond mining, the gold mining, coal mining, phosphate, chrome, platinum, iron, and copper. It's accounting for the number one production within South Africa as far as their economy. They also have a fishing industry, and the fishing processes due to them being surrounded by the Atlantic and the Indian Oceans. They were first recognized in 1488 by the Portuguese en route to the trading with Asia. In the 17th century, the Dutch settlers decided to settle there. Then later followed by the British. The British and the Dutch became into conflict because they both wanted to colonize South Africa due to its natural resources. This brought about the Great Trek for the Boers, or the Dutch settlers, around 1835 to 1843 to the Cape. They founded Natal, Orange Free State, and the Transvaal. After that, the British government and the Boers decided to fight. There were two England-Boer Wars of 1880 to 1881, and the Second Boer War of 1899 through 1902. After the Boer-Anglo Wars, British gained control, and South Africa became a colonized colony under British Commonwealth. In 1910, South Africa and the Boer other remaining territories combined to become a Union Republic of South Africa. In 1961, they requested their independence from the British Commonwealth and was granted. And they also developed under a new republic apartheid policies, which were separation of the ethnic and groups within South Africa. This meant that the indigenous people would have to travel with travel passes to certain townships in South Africa. They lost the right to vote and the right to own property. After this occurred around 1948, 1950, and around 1993, 94, these policies were later reprimanded into a new constitution and franchising black indigenous people of South Africa. In 1994, Nelson Mandela was elected the first black African South president of South Africa. They still are working on racial relationships between black and white after apartheid. This is something that they're continuously working on. Their economic policies are strong.